Okay, good morning. So today we're going to do our Greek village salad, or Xωριάτικη salata. Xωριάτικη salata, okay? If you want to try saying that 5 times fast. Also, a true Greek salad does not have lettuce, romaine, or cranberries in it, or other BS, all right? If you go somewhere and they have that, that's not a traditional Greek salad. Okay, so we have our hothouse cucumbers that are, quote, seedless. So I could show you one way. Cut the tip off. Each recipe you're going to use half. You could do a design where you could peel the lines and then cut it, or not cut it. I mean, you don't have to give these a wash, but because they're already cleaned and sealed. So if you want to do that trick with the peeler, just get it from one end and just bring it right down and get a line. So if you want to do that, you go all the way around, keep going, and then cut it. All right, so now I got it all peeled on the sides to get that look. So we're going to take this, we're going to cut it in half lengthwise once. Okay, and then we're going to put it down on the flat side. Remember, no curvy sides, we don't want it rocking. All right, then we'll just go down the middle one more time. All right, I'm just going to do one now, and then we're going to do about ½ inch. Okay, you want these to be nice and bite size. Okay, you can't cut it in here because it's not going to fit in anybody's mouth. Okay, and then you're going to have some angry customers. You want everything you cut to be bite size, especially with the Greek salad. Okay, now I want you to work it to a bowl. Make sure your bowl is clean. I had my peels in here. Make sure the bottom is clean if you're going to put it on your cutting board, because you don't know where this bottom's been. So I washed both the top and the bottom. Okay, put all your cucumbers in here, and we'll get to the next step. All right, so now with the cherry tomatoes, I like using cherry tomatoes because they're always sweet and they're always in season. Obviously, I would prefer a nice ripened vine tomato that's from your garden or from a nice farmer's market. So these are washed. Make sure you wash these in the package. So we're just going to take these as per the recipe. It says half pint grape in half lengthwise. You could do in half, or if you want, you could do it, if they're big, you could quarter them as well. Okay, so I'll show you one more. You either cut it in half like this, add it to your bowl, or cut it in quarters. Okay, all right, now we're going to work into our bowl like with everything else. Okay, and then we'll get to our next item. All right, so now we're going to do our red onion, and this is a nice size red onion, not the jumbo. So we're going to do half of this as thin as possible. Just remember, we're going to cut it in half. That's how we do the onions. Cut it in half, take one side. We're going to slice this thin so we don't have to keep the root on here like we're doing a dice. All right, so I'm just going to take one of the layers off real quick. Okay, make sure we're clean. Okay, so make sure you see this slippery skin. Make sure you take this off because sometimes it makes your knife slip. So be careful of that. So we'll take this off. Make sure your knife is very sharp. If it's not sharp, as it should be, let me know and I will sharpen it up for you. Okay. Now we're gonna go very thin because you don't want a huge chunk of red onion, but you want that flavor. So just go very lightly. Remember the claw method: push against the knife and just go nice and slowly. Get that nice thin. Okay, slice. All right, and I'll continue this. I'm gonna throw it in my bowl with the rest. So also another tweak in this recipe, these are rather large peppers, so we're going to go with half the pepper, not the whole pepper. So remember, you can cut it in half and clean it, but you want 2 halves. Remember, don't waste anything. Don't throw away the half you're not using. I need it for the other classes. All right, so remember, take off one side, put it like this, and take off the other side. So you have half left to place back, okay? Remember, we want to cut this way because the waxy side, the knife can slip a bit, even if it's a very sharp knife. So take out some of that pith by pushing down on the pepper. I'm not taking off too much of the flesh. I don't want you to see you guys removing half the pepper here. We're just going in with the tip a little bit. Yes, I said the tip. Okay. All right, just take that out right there. Okay, that pith, and discard it. We're going for a medium dice as well. We want everything to be about the same bite size. Okay, nice and consistent. Okay, so it looks like a nice professional chopped salad. Okay, turn it this way. And again, claw method, okay? Take your time and measure. And we'll put everything else in our bowl. Everything's coming together. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, let's start with the Kalamatianes olives. Okay, Kalamata olives from the mountains of Kalamata. They can only be called Kalamata if they're from that region. PDO, just like Moderna. Balsamic of Moderna has to be from Moderna, not from Costco. Okay, so we're going to take these guys about, you can put about, this much if you like olives, or more. I have a lot. Okay, about halfway through. We're just going to take them and just going to give them a simple cut in half. Preferably, I like larger jumbo kalamata where they have pits and you take the pits out with a little machine yourself. All right, so we'll get these all diced, not diced up, but sliced in half and throw them in the salad. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the feta cheese. Okay, we're gonna put crumbled feta. Usually if you go to a Greek restaurant, they'll give you a nice slab of feta cheese on top before you dress it yourself. In this case, we're gonna crumble it ourselves and dress it ourselves, okay? So you never buy pre-crumbled feta. It's kind of like what I tell you about buying pre-shredded cheese. It's not as good because there's fillers and there's non-caking agents and all that wonderful chemical stuff, all right? So just crumble it yourself, just lightly, not squeeze it, just crumble it, okay? There's a difference between squeezing it, because if you squeeze it, you're gonna compact it. Just take the chunks and lightly work them between your fingertips, okay? Just like that, all right? Now we're pretty much ready to put our dressing and then garnish, okay? All right. So I have my Greek oregano here that I smuggled from the mountains of Kefalonia. I have some of that. Okay, as per the recipe. If you like more, you can put a pinch more. The salt and the pepper. I only put about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt because the feta and the olives have a decent amount of salt in it, so we don't want a really salty salad. We just want to season up some of the veggies. Okay, the recipe says 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, a good one. I like it more acidic, so I put the 2. Okay. Olive oil, 1 tablespoon. Okay. All right, now let's mix this up either with our hands or with the spoon. Okay. And then we'll plate it. Okay. Optionally, some people like to put some fresh minced dill. If you want to see me, it gives it a nice pop of flavor. If not, it's optional. All right. Now let's garnish this guy. All right, so we'll just plate it up. You guys don't have to plate it if you don't want to. We'll just go towards the center of a nice bowl. We don't want to hit the sides. Kind of pile it up from the middle out. Okay. Just create like a little mountain. Okay. Try not to use my hands here. All right, and then we'll garnish it. Okay. So you just want to let it fall naturally from the center out. Okay. So you know me, I'm a stickler for height. Okay. Okay. So like I said, there's options if you want to do the dill. Now the fresh dill, just pick some and just let it go around like this. Gives it extra punch, flavor. This is very traditional. Okay. I know a lot of people don't like dill, but me personally, I really like it. So it's up to you or your menu, whatever comes first. Okay. Just put that on there. Okay. All right, I like to, and again, some of our nice capers that have been drained, maybe washed a little bit. Just gently let them fall around. Just like that. All right. And some pepperoncini if you like. And then maybe some toasted pita bread. Okay, you can put a couple of these going around. All right. Maybe a couple there. A couple here. All right. These are a little spicy, especially if they're full of juice. So be careful when you bite into them. All right. Maybe one big one right on top right here. Okay. Like I said, these garnishes are optional. All right, you don't have to do them. Okay, maybe just a couple sprigs of dill right on top of here. Okay. And that's our little Xωριάτικη salata. Okay. Sometimes they put anchovies depending on what part of Greece you're from, but this is pretty much what we're looking for. All right. I want to see some nice knife skills. All right. Good luck.